Hi there, today we visit Japan. Japan is an island country in East Asia. It is situated in the northwest Pacific Ocean and is bordered on the west by the Sea of Japan, while extending from the Sea of Okhotsk in the north toward the East China Sea and Taiwan in the south. The national flag of Japan is a rectangular white banner bearing a crimson-red circle at its center. This flag is officially called the Nishoki, Flag of Sun, but is more commonly known in Japan as the Hinomaru, Circle of the Sun. It embodies the country's sobriquet, the land of the rising sun. Tokyo, historically known in the West as Tokyo, and officially the Tokyo metropolis, is the capital, the largest city, and the most populous metropolitan area in the Greater Tokyo area, the Kanto region, and Japan, as well as the most populous metropolitan area in the world, and most populous prefecture of Japan. Located at the head of Tokyo Bay, the prefecture forms part of the Kanto region, on the central Pacific coast of Japan's main island of Honshu. Tokyo is the political and economic center of the country, as well as the seat of the Emperor of Japan and the national government. As of 2021, the prefecture has an estimated population of 14.04 million. The Greater Tokyo area is the most populous metropolitan area in the world, with an estimated 37 million residents. The yen is the official currency of Japan. It is the third most traded currency in the foreign exchange market, after the United States dollar and the euro. Japan has 6,852 islands. Approximately 260 are inhabited. Japan is the largest island country in East Asia, and the fourth largest island country in the world. The land area of Japan is 377,975 square kilometers. The current population of Japan is 125,859,755, as of February 2022, based on Worldometer elaboration of the latest United Nations data. Japanese has no official status in Japan, but is the de facto national language of the country. Kimigayo, His Imperial Majesty's Reign, is the national anthem of Japan. The lyrics of Kimigayo are probably the oldest among the world's national anthems, and with a length of 32 characters, they are also the world's shortest. Mount Fuji, located on the island of Honshu, is the highest mountain in Japan, standing tall at 3,776.24 meters. It is the second highest volcano located on an island in Asia, after Mount Karinki on the island of Sumatra, and seventh highest peak of an island in the world. Mount Fuji is an active stratovolcano that last erupted from 1707 to 1708. The mountain is located about 100 kilometers southwest of Tokyo. Mount Fuji's exceptionally symmetrical cone, which is covered in snow for about 5 months of the year, is commonly used as a cultural icon of Japan, and it is frequently depicted in art and photography, as well as visited by tourists and climbers. It was added to the World Heritage List as a cultural site on June 22, 2013. Hanami is the Japanese traditional custom of enjoying the transient beauty of flowers. Flowers, in this case, almost always refer to those of the cherry or plum trees. From the end of March to early May, cherry trees bloom all over Japan, and around the 1st of February, on the island of Okinawa. The blossom forecast, Cherry Blossom Front, is announced each year by the Japan Meteorological Agency, and is watched carefully by those planning Hanami, as the blossoms only last a week or two. The Shinkansen, colloquially known in English as the bullet train, is a network of high-speed railway lines in Japan. Initially, it was built to connect distant Japanese regions with Tokyo, the capital, to aid economic growth and development. Beyond long-distance travel, some sections around the largest metropolitan areas use it as a commuter rail network. It is operated by 5 Japanese railway group companies. Over the Shinkansen's 50-plus-year history, carrying over 10 billion passengers, there has not been a single passenger fatality or injury on board, due to derailments or collisions. Origami is the art of paper folding, which is often associated with Japanese culture. The goal is to transform a flat square sheet of paper into a finished sculpture through folding and sculpting techniques. Modern origami practitioners generally discourage the use of cuts, glue, or markings on the paper. Origami folders often use the Japanese word kirigami to refer to designs which use cuts. The small number of basic origami folds can be combined in a variety of ways to make intricate designs. The best-known origami model is the Japanese paper crane. The kimono is a traditional Japanese garment and the national dress of Japan. The kimono is traditionally worn with a broad sash, called an obi, and is commonly worn with accessories such as zori sandals and tabi socks. In the present day, the kimono is not typically worn as everyday dress, and has steadily fallen out of fashion, as the most common attire. Kimono are now most frequently seen at summer festivals, where people frequently wear the yukata, the most informal type of kimono. However, more formal types of kimono are also worn to funerals, weddings, graduations, and other formal events. According to the International Federation of Robotics, Japan is the world's predominant industrial robot manufacturer. In 2020, Japanese suppliers reached 174,000 units. Japanese manufacturers make up 45% of the global robot supply. In Japan, popular robots include humanoid entertainment robots, androids, animal robots, social robots, guard robots, and many more. Each type has a variety of characteristics. Japan employs over 250,000 industrial robot workers. In the next 15 years, it's estimated that number will jump to over 1 million. Robotics revenue by 2025 is expected to reach $70 billion. Anime is hand-drawn and computer animation originating from Japan. The anime industry consists of over 430 production companies, including major studios like Studio Ghibli, Sunrise, Ufotable, Co-Mixway Films, and Toei Animation. Since the 1980s, the medium has also seen international success, with the rise of foreign-dubbed, subtitled programming and its increasing distribution through streaming services. As of 2016, Japanese anime accounted for 60% of the world's animated television shows. In 2019, the annual overseas exports of Japanese animation exceeded $10 billion for the first time in history. A number of anime and manga media franchises such as Demon Slayer, Kimetsu no Yaiba, Dragon Ball, and Gundam have gained considerable global popularity and are among the world's highest-grossing media franchises. Pokémon in particular is estimated to be the highest-grossing media franchise of all time. Japan has the highest proportion of elderly citizens in the world. The country is experiencing a super-aging society, both in rural and urban areas. According to 2014 estimates, 38.0% of the Japanese population is above the age of 60, 25.9% are age 65 or above, and 12.5% are age 75 or above. People age 65 and older in Japan make up a quarter of the total population and are estimated to reach a third by 2050. The automotive industry in Japan is one of the most prominent and largest industries in the world. Japan has been in the top 3 of the countries with most cars manufactured since the 1960s, surpassing Germany. The automotive industry in Japan rapidly increased from the 1970s to the 1990s, when it was oriented both for domestic use and worldwide export, and in the 1980s and 1990s, overtook the United States as the production leader, with up to 13 million cars per year manufactured and significant exports. After massive ramp-up by China in the 2000s and fluctuating United States output, Japan is currently the third largest automotive producer in the world, with an annual production of 9.9 million automobiles in 2012. The country is home to a number of companies that produce cars, construction vehicles, motorcycles, ATVs, and engines. Japanese automotive manufacturers include Toyota, Honda, Daihatsu, Nissan, Suzuki, Mazda, Mitsubishi, Subaru, Isuzu, Kawasaki, Yamaha, and Mitsuoka. Infiniti, Acura, and Lexus are luxury brands of Nissan, Honda, and Toyota. The economy of Japan is a highly developed, free market economy. It is the third largest in the world by nominal GDP, and the fourth largest by purchasing power parity. It is the world's second largest developed economy. Japan is a member of both the G7 and G20. According to the International Monetary Fund, the country's per capita GDP was at $41,637 in 2020. Due to a volatile currency exchange rate, Japan's GDP is measured in dollars, fluctuates sharply. Accounting for these fluctuations through the use of the Atlas method, Japan is estimated to have a GDP per capita of around $39,048. The Nikkei 225 presents the monthly report of top blue-chip equities on the Japan Exchange Group, which is the world's third largest stock exchange by market capitalization. The green pheasant, also known as the Japanese green pheasant. It is the national bird of Japan. Japanese persimmon is the national fruit of Japan. Sumo wrestling is the national sport in Japan. Sumo wrestling is believed to have originated in Japan, with its governing body being the Japan Sumo Association. Traditional sushi, curry with rice, and ramen are the national dishes of Japan. We leave you with some beautiful visuals from Japan. Enjoy! Thank you for joining us in our journey to explore our world. We hope to see you again. Please subscribe.